Hi everyone, I'm Tanaz from Forever Conscious, and this is your weekly energy forecast for the week of July 28th. So, as we wrap up the month of July, we have the Leo super new moon. This is called a black moon because it is the second new moon in the calendar month. I think I mentioned last week that for some of you, this new moon will fall on July 31st. For the rest of you, it will fall on August 1st. But it's still considered a black moon because it's two new moons within a close period of time as we kind of wrap up the end of one month and start a new one. So this is a potent new moon, not only because it's a black moon, but also because it's a super moon. And that means that the new moon is closer to Earth than usual. Its effects are stronger and we feel it on a deeper level. So this is how we close up July and we enter into a new month. And I say it every single time, but a new month brings a new vibration. We enter into a new vibration. So this new moon is kind of bridging that gap as we move out of July, of a number 7 month, into August, which is a number 8 month. So this new moon, if I had to think of kind of like a mantra for this new moon, it would be, nobody knows me better than I know myself. This new moon is about finding that. You know yourself. You know what is right for you. When you go deep within, when you get still with yourself, you know what's right for you. You know what it is you need to be doing. This is a very heart-centered new moon, and actually a lot of August is very heart-focused or heart-centered. So it's really about believing in yourself, finding that strength in yourself, finding that courage that really only comes when you start living from the heart and you start tuning into that heart self. So I want you to try something this week and even this month, really, through the month of August. You know, a lot of us are very head heavy, right? We're always in our mind, we're always thinking, we're always, trying to rationalize things or logically understand things. So we get a little head heavy. And then others of us are very belly heavy. Sort of we have a lot of anxiety in this part of our belly. We have a lot of creative energy, but if we're not using it and putting it out there, it can sort of turn into anxiety. So these two sort of energy centers, if you will, our mind and even our gut, our stomach area, the solar plexus area, holds a lot of energy, and we can kind of get stuck in these two areas. We can get stuck with that churning feeling in our stomach, or that anxiety, or that unexpressed creativity. We can also get stuck and bogged down with the thoughts in our mind. So for the month of August, and even under the beautiful vibration of this new moon, I want you to try to think about directing this energy into the heart. So almost like you're imagining all this clutter that's going on up here floating down into the heart, and all this anxiety or unexpressed energy going on in the belly, imagine that floating up into the heart. See if you can put some conscious awareness on bringing those energies into the heart center, because this is the balance point. This is the balance point between the security, the human self, the groundedness, the creativity, the need to protect ourselves, which all comes from these lower energy centers of the body, mixed with our higher mind, our higher consciousness, our rational thought, all come in that beautiful meeting place of the heart. So I want you to see how you can strengthen and open and regenerate and move some of this energy, because we're so dominant here and we're so dominant down here. How can we move this energy to come through our hearts? And even as we speak, even as we write, as we go about things, how can we channel it from a place of feeling rather than from a place of anxiety or from a place of needing to have everything figured out in our mind? How can we tap into that feeling place? So that is kind of what this new moon is guiding us to do. It's kind of what the month of August is guiding us to do. We're being encouraged to believe in ourselves, to find our heart courage, and to live and work from that place. So this new moon also brings new energy, right? So new moons always at the start of a new lunar cycle. And because we have just come out of some pretty intense eclipses, if things have been stirred for you around the eclipse, if you're feeling a little bit all over the place, if you've been lacking that alignment, if things have exited your life, this new moon will also bring some relief, maybe a little bit more acceptance, maybe a little bit more alignment for you. And this is also because on the 1st of August, we have Mercury going direct. So Mercury has been retrograde since early July. It is now going to go direct. Mercury will take a little bit of time to get back to its former self, but we are going to find communication is easier. The way that we think and feel can be processed a little more easily too. So this is going to kind of lighten the load for us as we enter into August. So August, a very heart-driven month, a month for really expanding and opening the heart. We also have, and I'll talk a little more about this next week, but we also have the Lionsgate Portal. So Lionsgate happens from around the 26th of July to around the 12th of August, but it doesn't peak until August 8th. So that's why I'll talk more about it next week, because it's more relevant and we feel it a little bit more strongly. But Lionsgate Portal is essentially an alignment of stars. The main key player is the star Sirius, which is known as our spiritual sun. Sirius rises and we get this activation of a portal. It's called Lionsgate because the sun is in the ruling sign of Leo, which is the lion, and we get this alignment between Sirius, our sun, and planet Earth, and it creates this sort of portal of higher vibrational energy. Sirius is our spiritual sun, so it activates the spirit that we are, which is our heart, but also our higher chakras, our third eye, our crown chakra. So these are energy centers. When I say chakras, they're energy centers. So this Sirius energy, our spiritual sun, activates the spiritual points within us and helps us to manifest, receive cosmic or in psychic downloads a little bit with more ease. Also more heart awakenings, heart healings. We're more likely to be able to venture into higher states of consciousness. So we have all of this coming up in the first part of August. August really is a great month. I think you guys are going to love it. And I just want to close. I know I've given you a lot for this week, but I just want to close. I know I told you about trying to push this energy into the heart center, but it's something that I wrote about in my book, and thank you so much to everyone who has read it. I really, really appreciate your support. Power of Positive Energy. It's available in bookstores, Amazon, but there's something I talk about in here, which is a really simple exercise. I want to share it with you. It's putting your hand on your heart. And this can be part of maybe your routine in helping to, become more heart-centered this month. But it's just putting your hand on your heart and saying, what is the most loving thing I can do for myself right now? And just getting in the habit of asking yourself that as often as possible. If you're struggling with that idea of bringing energy into the heart, try this first. Just hand on your heart. What's the most loving thing I can do for myself in this situation? Maybe there's something bothering you. Maybe there's something you're unsure of. You place your hand on your heart. Ask yourself that question and then try not to rationalize it, but feel it. Feel it from your heart. See what inspiration, what message your heart comes up with, and see if you can listen and follow through with that. So I hope you all have a wonderful end of July. July has been an intense month, so please be gentle with yourselves as we wrap this up. Be nice and loving with yourself, and I hope August brings you the beautiful heart-centered openings that are in store. So I'm Tanaz from Forever Conscious. Of course, you can always find more at foreverconscious.com. Thank you.